Apologies for the late start as we walk into the locker room on a Monday morning here on Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life. Some things beyond our control. We had to just make sure everything was a-okay. But hey, we're here and we are ready to jump into the world of sports. Good morning to you once again. Ayokunmi Kekiriakun here. And the one and only Tega Supreme is joining me to take a look at what's been going on in the sporting world. Tega, good morning to you.
Ayo, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. You just muted briefly.
Okay. Yeah. We are back. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Can we just jump into the stories because we have no time whatsoever?
Yes, yes. So what I'll do is I'll give the numbers. We'll take a quick break. When we come back in, jump right into the stories, just to let people know that hey, we are here and we are ready to give them sporting action this morning. The WhatsApp number is 0911 999 0981 0911 999 0981. That is the WhatsApp number. YouTube, we're streaming live at Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Just leave your comments right there, and of course, we'll take them on the other side of this quick breather. This is Smooth 98.1. The locker room will be back in just a moment.
We'll just take as much as we can, maybe 2 minutes each.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Hmm.
AFCON things straight off the bat. All right, welcome back into the locker room. It's a Monday morning. This is Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life, love sports as well. This is Ayokunmi here. Tega Supreme also with me this morning. We're taking a look at what's going on in the world of sports. WhatsApp, YouTube are there for you to join us. WhatsApp number is 0911 999 0911 is the WhatsApp number to leave your messages. YouTube, you can find us streaming at Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Tega, let's begin talking about the AFCON. It's kicked off out there in Morocco, and the host nation secured a 2-0 victory over Comoros in their opening AFCON Group A match in Rabat on Sunday night. Great start for the hosts out there.
Yes, like I said on Friday, this was going to be it's not going to be a walk in the park for Morocco. Yes, they've been in great form coming into this. Yes, Comoros are a smaller team. Yes, Morocco was playing at home, but the first match for any team at any tournament is the opportunity you have to create the upset. So think Argentina, Saudi at the World Cup. It's usually the first
Exactly.
match. It doesn't because you're coming into a tournament, as even if you jump in with your two legs, sometimes the other opponent is just waiting for you, and that's what Comoros did to Morocco first half. They kind of frustrated them so much, and then you also have to remember that Morocco were playing with the weight of expectations in front
Mm.
of their home crowd, in front of their crown prince, who came in with his fashion shoes to take the to open the tournament. Yeah, those things are pressure. And so when they got the penalty and then the penalty was saved, more pressure. They had only one shot on target all first 45 minutes. With all the possession you saw them have, one shot on target. So it wasn't a bad performance by Comoros, especially in the first half. But the way that they went on to concede the first goal was so cheap, losing the ball where they did, and then Brahim Diaz finally putting the ball in the back of net. And of course, everybody's talking about the brilliant um, overhead or bicycle kick, whichever angle you saw it from. And that was what made it 2-0. But Comoros did get their opportunity because, especially towards the end of the second half, they just kept pressing. If they had maybe a better quality up top, we'll be talking a completely different story. So it was a brilliant way to start the tournament. But yeah, Morocco did what they're supposed to do. They came out, they riled up the crowd with the performance on the pitch, and then they got the result at the end of the day to just lay the gauntlet as tournament's favorite. But let's see how it pans out from there. Not a bad start for Comoros, not a bad start for Morocco. Comoros kept it down to at least 2-0. Morocco got the win they needed and all 3 points. Today, let's see how it takes on for the rest of their team. I think they have Mali and Zambia on their
Yeah,
team,
today.
and
Yeah.
yeah, today. So that's a big fixture. So there's Mali and Zambia. South Africa also play Angola today. Now that's the one that you don't miss it. That one is around, I think it's around 6 p.m. So if you are already at the office, just stay there.
And just watch the
If you
match
are,
there.
I just want the match. That one, don't miss it. All right. So those are the fixtures we are looking forward to. But yes, brilliant start to the Africa Cup of Nations, and it can only get better from here on out.
It can only get better from here on out. Looking forward to more great action. Let's pivot very briefly and talk about what went down in the world of boxing. Now, former world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua knocked out YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul in their controversial Netflix back bout in Miami on Friday.
Knocked him out and broke his jaw. Right, actually, that was
Mm,
not. That's
mm.
that's a very
Mm.
painful way to make big money. Look, I tell people all the time. People are saying, "Oh, he lost, but he got paid huge." I was like, I'm not breaking my jaw in two places. It was one blow, two knockouts.
Ah,
Did you
man.
see? Yeah. Did you see the X-ray? You're even touching
I
your jaw.
did.
Yeah,
I did.
because that's where it broke on the two sides.
Ah,
One blow, two sides broken. Look, I'm not playing that kind of rough play, but Anthony Joshua actually kept it easy. Because truth be told, I tell people once somebody is a professional anything, the skill gap to a normal person is massive. You
yeah.
don't sit down in your house and assume that you know somebody is slow and you can take them. They will take you out very swiftly. I think AJ made the fight to go on longer, maybe to pay people back their money. Or yeah, and the longer Jake stayed in the ring, the more money he apparently was going to earn. And so, getting to that sixth round is what made his money even more the way it was. So maybe that was the thing. Because ideally, on every day, if that were if you were a regular competition that Anthony Joshua said, let me teach people a lesson, Jake Paul's jaw should have been broken first round.
Mm,
Fight should have been over. So yeah, there are two factions. There are people that said they made a mockery of boxing. There are other people that said it's entertainment anyway. Let's get entertained. Whichever side you belong in, at least now you know. When you see professional anything, professional, think of the worst footballer you know that you abuse when you
exactly.
sit in your on your couch at home. You cannot take him one on one. Just go to bed and leave it. All
Simple
right,
as.
let's jump into Europe.
Let's jump into Europe, and we're heading to La Liga right now, where Barcelona wingers Rafinha and Lamine Yamal guided the Catalan Giants 4 points clear at the top of La Liga with a 2-0 win at 10-man Villarreal on Sunday.
Yeah, this was always going to be a tough fixture. Remember, we're talking about it. Villarreal third on the table, ahead of Atletico Madrid and behind Real Madrid in the La Liga. One of their most brilliant starts in recent times in the La Liga, and they were always going to make it tough. It wasn't an easy match for Barcelona. Also, people are not realizing the fact that Barcelona is getting results doesn't necessarily mean they're playing the most brilliant football you've seen. They're still vulnerable defensively. Joan Garcia is doing a fantastic job keeping them in because the defense is already shaky. It's just that they have a brilliant and agile goalkeeper who is awake and alert
Mm,
on his feet. If not, they too should have at least conceded 2 goals yesterday. That match could have ended in a draw. Offensively, they're creating the chances, but they're just not finishing it off. And there's also the X factor of Lamine Yamal, and I
right.
think it comes with the pressures from these days. I keep saying it. The only player that you should judge by the number of goals he scores is the striker. A winger, which they have turned to forwards now in modern day football and their nonsense. But a winger who they've turned to is now pressured to score as many goals.
Yeah.
And that's why I think that Barcelona is not scoring as many goals as they can, because sometimes Lamine gets the ball in fantastic places, or he takes out 2 or 3 players and Oga pass ball now, but he wants to put in the back of the net. Why? Because when people want to count Ballon d'Or votes, you will go and count goals. Cole
Mm,
Palmer scoring more goals than Saka will not get Cole Palmer in the England team ahead of Saka. Take it to the bank. Because the purpose of those players in that place is not to score goals.
very true.
so,
I
so
mean,
ultimately, that's why I see some Chelsea fans saying Cole Palmer is better than Saka, and they start counting the number of goals. So I'm like, take a back seat. Thomas Tuchel will not, if Saka is fit, Thomas Tuchel is picking Saka over Cole Palmer every day of the week and twice on Sunday, and
they're not even the same
deservedly
player.
so. They are not. It's not. They are not mates. So even if Cole Palmer, like, let him continue making FIFA Ballon d'Or top 10, FIFA best top 10, when they want to pick England team, he will not make England team top 10. It's not happening. That's not how it
Mm,
works. So I think that's another pressure that Lamine needs to drop, because if he can just sometimes create the play instead of trying to put the ball in the back of the net, Barcelona may be scoring more.
yeah, I hear you
The
on that
fact that
one.
the fact that Rafinha is scoring goals and he's playing on the other wing doesn't mean you should compete. Because sometimes Rafinha plays as 9, sometimes he plays at the 10. As if Flick moves him around.
Mm,
So, but
alrighty.
yeah, they got their 3 points. They are top of the table, 4 points clear, ahead of Real Madrid, who played a brilliant game the day before. But that La Liga is still wide open.
Very, very wide open. All right, let's head over to England and let's talk about Manchester United manager Ruben Amorim. He was left cursing his side's misfortune after a 2-1 Premier League defeat by Aston Villa on Sunday, which was compounded by the loss of captain Bruno Fernandes to what looked like a hamstring injury.
My dear, as soon as I saw Bruno Fernandes pull up, I said, it
It's all
has,
over.
it's all over. The way he just touched that leg, and he tried to play on, but ultimately he was advised to sit on the bench at halftime. But I wouldn't say it was bad play by Manchester United, because um, Cunha had the chance to put the ball in the back of the net. Sesko had the chance earlier to put the ball in the back of the net. Manchester United had opportunities. Um, I would say, if you ask me, Aston Villa were the team that didn't really play to my expectations. They
I
won the
agree.
match, yes. There were two brilliant goals from Rogers, yes. But ultimately, they didn't play to my expectations. It's just that Manchester United, especially Cunha and Sesko, weren't clinical when they had their chances. It wasn't necessarily Martinez being brilliant. It was them not putting the ball beyond him. And so, yes, I understand with Ruben Amorim when he viewed his chances. I don't completely agree he was the best team on the park, but I understand what he means. That match could have ended as a win or a draw for Manchester United, the same way it ended as a loss for them. So yeah, you have those kind of days some days.
They tend to happen. Let's talk about Chelsea very quickly, as their manager Enzo Maresca insisted that speculation over his Chelsea future has not been a distraction after the Blues battled back to rescue a 2-2 draw against Newcastle on Saturday.
All right, this is why I don't like the Chelsea seat, and this one of the reasons I say they cannot be a legendary club, regardless of how many trophies they win. There is too much politics going on in the background of the Chelsea Football Club. There's player politics, there's manager politics, there is just always politics, and so when they're getting it right on the pitch, there's all this distraction of what's happening in the boardroom. Right now, we can't even tell you what's happening in the boardroom because we are not flies on the wall of the boardroom. But obviously, there's something there. There's clearly something there. And Maresca has been alluding to it in his press conferences. So he's talking results, but he's also telling people that there's some backroom politics going on now. And it doesn't help that he's not getting the results done on the pitch because there can be any kind of politics going on in the background, but you can't just fire somebody if the person is giving good results. They managed to drag their game back to a draw or on Saturday. But again, it's another way you consider it. It's another 2 points dropped after spending
Right.
millions of money. So it just makes his life a lot harder.
Mm. A lot harder. That pressure is not going anywhere anytime soon.
Anytime soon. And speaking of pressure, I have to add this story because when I saw it, I laughed. So Manchester City won their game, but Pep Guardiola was still skeptical about their way. He has told them that look, when they put food on the table at Christmas, it doesn't mean you must eat it all, because every player coming back from Christmas must climb scale, and if they are too heavy, they can't play. I wonder how
But
many players will be left.
body shaming,
Which
body
body shape? If
shaming.
you climb scale and the scale moves to the wrong direction, look, I like that rule. So you just be seeing chicken, you just be walking past it. Is that how life is? But yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's what he said. Pep Guardiola said their game on the 27th of December. If you are too heavy,
You will
you
not
can't
play.
play or more. Can you imagine working hard, earning good money, and not being able to eat Christmas chicken? It is
Kai,
well with your soul. On that
it
note,
is well. Oh. Let's take messages. All right, this is Felix from Mende, Maryland. Good morning to you, Felix. Yeah, we had a good weekend, restful one. And he says he really enjoyed the weekend matches. I'm glad that Real Madrid prevailed over the weekend. Aston Villa is cooking something. Yes, the online issue, Felix, trust me, it's being worked on. Thank you for the feedback as always. Let me go to YouTube, a number of comments here. This is Arthur Anthony who says Saka and Palmer play different positions now. Tega. Saka is an outright winger and Palmer is a 10. Tell that to the fans. They don't want to hear all that one. He
Palmer
said,
Palmer can also play on the wings. So he doesn't. So again, Saka can also play different positions. He's not just a winger. He can be a fullback if Tuchel needs him.
I think, didn't he start as a fullback in his
Do you
earlier career?
understand? So again, that's why I keep saying, oh, when people start talking about let's see Saka start and let's see Kopama start. I'm not pulling this out of nowhere. This is a conversation that fans have in team selection. So
Right. Okay, he further says that United should sack Amorim already, Jerry. Man is Ten Hag Pro Max. See, I don't even know. I don't know. This is from Emeka, who says just because Jake Paul defeated Mike Tyson the other day, he suddenly now thought he could take on a younger Anthony Joshua, only to be beaten like a thief that stole something at Idumota Market. Even a thief wouldn't get his
if,
jaw broken in two places, I'm sure.
I'm telling you, if you saw the way he was hugging Joshua's leg throughout the fight, almost as if he was begging him mid fight. No.
Yeah, okay, Adirogba says Chelsea shocked me by having a comeback from 2 goals down at St. James's Park. That stadium has always been a nightmare for us. A draw over there is in an early kickoff is not bad. This is from AY who says, "Are you are you not aware that Pep visits the players unannounced to check their fridge? Let's be calming down. I don't hear that
Let's be
word though."
coming down.
He
That
then
one,
says, he then says, AFCON don't start. Tega, when are you going to Morocco? Ah.
we are still waiting for people to gather me and take me there now. See, it shouldn't be beyond you.
And finally, Ayafeda says, will Man United ever win 5 matches in a row under Amorim? I don't think about it. Let me just leave it at that. Tega. Mm.
Yeah, that guy with the hair is going to grow it a while. In fact,
He will grow.
we are going to turn that hair that he's growing into wig. On that note, want to thank you. Once again, we apologize for the late start. We want to thank you for sticking with us and staying tuned to Smooth 98.1 FM to listen to the locker room. Thank you for sending in your messages via WhatsApp and streaming on YouTube. So we'll come your way again on Wednesday when Nigeria would have played her own first match at the African Cup of Nations, and we'll talk
Oh,
about
yes.
it. Oh, I forgot to mention. Do you know that Magical Okoye cannot play till January 10th? So first match after AFCON started, he collected a red card.
Wow.
You
Wow.
people's prayer point is strong. You people's prayer point is very wicked prayer point. Stop praying for bad things for boys. He can't play till January 10th. AFCON ends January 18th. He should have come with the team. On that note, let's talk on Wednesday. Have a fantastic week till Wednesday when we see you again.
Till Wednesday. Thank you so much, Tega. Enjoy the start to your week. And of course, looking forward to the show then. Thank you all for being a part of the locker room here on Smooth 98.1. Keep up with us on the social media. You can find us at Smooth 981 FM on X and Smooth 981 on Instagram as well. This is Ayokunmi Kekiriakon here. At 9 o'clock, we'll have a discussion on Lagos Talks. Don't go anywhere.